Hi, Mayo. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel, and happy early birthday to those of you celebrating July. This is your July 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the left tarot, and on the right side we have the cosmic tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Eight of Arrows. So this is a Gemini energy here. It could just be saying that you guys might have been feeling a bit overwhelmed around communication. So maybe just this person, you might have felt like they were a bit overwhelming with the amount of communication that they were bringing your way. Or this could just be saying that in general, you just might have felt like you had too much on your plate. So you might have felt like you couldn't really contribute openly the way you normally would have when it came to communication. All right. Past energy on their side, we see the Two of Wands. Excuse me. So to me, this says that they probably had quite a bit of confidence. And normally that wouldn't be something that would throw you guys off your game, but I just feel like that could have been what it was. Aries energy, right? So they might have just come across as a bit overwhelming, a bit too energetic for your liking. So that could have been where the overwhelming feeling was coming from. But yeah, it definitely looks like this person was confident and looking forward to getting to know you in the past. All right. Present energy on your side, we have the Prince of Staves. So this is actually Sagittarius energy here. So at the very least, this could just be saying that now your confidence is growing. Maybe after that full moon that we had in Sagittarius recently, maybe you might have felt like they gave you a confidence boost of some kind. You were feeling more in your element. But yeah, this looks like there was some confidence there. Now, for some of you, this could also be saying that between that and the Aries energy I see here, maybe that there was some physical distance between the two of you, and that could have been why you might have been reluctant to open up to the connection as well. All right. Present energy on their side, we have the Three of Swords. So this is Libra energy here, and I feel like this is saying that this is most likely a reaction to the way you might have been coming across in the past, right? So they might have come in with a lot of confidence, but then after maybe seeing that you didn't seem open to the connection, that might have thrown them off and made them feel like there wasn't a lot of opportunity for a connection to get off the ground. So it's interesting to see how your energies have shifted pretty significantly. It's almost like a flip from the past to the present. All right, future energy on your side, we have fertility. So this is the equivalent of the Empress in traditional tarot. And interestingly, we see the lion in the background there too. But really what I see with this could just be saying that you'll be a lot more open to the idea of connecting with this person in the future. Obviously, for some of you, this could even point to possibly being pregnant in the future. But beyond that, yeah, I feel like this is just saying that there will be openness on your part to get into the connection with this person. Now, for some of you, could even just be saying, again, like I was saying, maybe there's a physical distance between the two of you, right? So we could see with the artwork there, it looks like two different cultures combining, right? So again, maybe that was your hesitance for some of you in the past too. Like, okay, this person lives, however many hours away or something like that, that might have been holding you back at the time, but looks like you'll be more open to that in the future. All right. Future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Swords. So usually this is a Libra energy, but I do see there's a Gemini symbol in this deck in particular. Well, I don't know if you could see it. It doesn't want to focus, but there we go. So yeah, there's a Gemini symbol there. So we see some Gemini energy if we look at it that way, and then we also see the Libra energy there. So at the very least, you guys might be dealing with someone with a lot of fire and air in their chart. But what I'm seeing with this could just be saying that the confidence will be restored on their part and they'll be more open to the connection. But the only thing that I see here that could potentially be a problem between these two sides is if we think of it as more of the Libran side of that energy, they tend to be more receptive, very similar to the Empress energy as well, both Venusian type energies. But whereas if this does take on more of the Gemini energy, then yeah, they would be more likely to reach out to you. But just something to keep in mind there, that the two of you might both be at a bit of a stalemate waiting for the other to make a move. I will say between those two cards, though, it does seem like they would be the ones more likely to reach out again. So yeah, it could have just had like a temporary hit to their confidence when you might have seemed a little overwhelmed in the past, not really interacting with them the way they expected. But now it looks like they could be recovering from that and possibly coming forward to give it another try. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Princess of Cups. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Cups. So yeah, for some of you, might have just felt like you weren't ready yet, right? So the feelings might have been there because we see her back is turned to the cards on the side, but you just might have felt like you weren't necessarily ready to be open to a relationship. Again, like I said, maybe you guys just had a lot going on in the past, and that was why. But we do see you growing toward being more open to it. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Magician. So yeah, this is another indicator I feel for a lot of you. You are dealing with someone that's confident, so this is another indicator that for me that's probably going to be a temporary thing for them where they feel like, oh, okay, I guess Libra's not interested. I mean, Leo's not interested, excuse me. And then it just kind of throws them off the course. But it seems like they'll bounce back and they will be making another effort in the future. All right, so next we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. So first we'll see what we get from Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we start recording, and what I'm looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And initially I'll be looking for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll actually just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So let's see what we get. All right, and that does want to go back in the deck. Oh, sorry, put that on your side. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, and this does want to go back in the deck, so let's see what we got. Starting with your side. All right, we have codependency. I need you. Interesting. I definitely don't see the energy from you guys at all, but and to be fair, maybe that could be what it was for some of you, because I did mention this energy in the past could be being overwhelmed, right? So if you so yeah, I feel like this would be more likely for those of you if there was physical distance, because I did mention that for some of you this could have been the dynamic I'm seeing here is that you guys might have been at a great physical distance from each other. So for some of you that might have been why you were reluctant to pursue the connection, because you're like, okay, that's great, I feel this connection, but I won't have you around, right? So I feel like that's still for a smaller group of you, but I can see where that could fit in. And then on their side we have forbidden. Okay, it says, even though we shouldn't, I still want you. Interesting. I didn't necessarily see another connection in the picture here. And it may not be that. Like I said, for some of you, that could be some cultural barrier or something like that. That certainly seems like a possibility. But whatever the case, it looks like you guys will be overcoming that. But definitely an interesting element to the reading there. All right, and lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom Oracle. And same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here I'm just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. All right, and this doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what you got. All right, we have Truth to be Told. There's the artwork, and the number is 14. So let's see what this has to say. Okay, the relationship message says people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based on your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth to be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. Yeah, definitely an interesting message there. In the past, it looks like communication was an issue for sure. And like I said, interestingly enough, in the present, it looks like they're the ones who feel a bit thrown off. So yeah, it could just be as simple as maybe for some of you, this could be the residual energy of the Mercury retrograde that we recently wrapped up. And then things will just move forward in a more positive way, given what we see in the future. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating July, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.